You hold the power to create what you want for yourself and your future. Do you believe that? It is 100% true. You have the power to create whatever you want in your future, to create the reality that you want to see for yourself. And during the month of December, we're going to help walk you through the process of setting a long-term goal, breaking it down into smaller goals, and learning how to celebrate those victories along the way so that you can see achievement with your goal for 2021. So I do this actually every year and just started looking through my goals that I had from 2020, which you might be a little bit surprised to hear that I didn't quite hit the mark this year. 2020 threw us some curveballs, and so I didn't get exactly where I wanted to be with all my goals, but I'm still really impressed. One of my goals was to make sure that I made it to yoga twice a week, every single week. And, you know, yoga looked different in my living room or in my guest bedroom, and it wasn't always in the studio, but I did get to the mat twice a week. It was something that I decided was important to me last December, and I kept going throughout 2020. And have more weeks than not achieved that goal of getting 2 yoga sessions in every single week. So even when you get thrown a curveball, you can still figure out a way to make your goals happen. But first, you have to decide what it is you want. So it's time to sit down. It's time to really get clear with yourself and think about what is it that you want. Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself 1 year from now? Now, you may feel like it's a super big goal and there's absolutely no way I could reach that in a year. Don't worry, we're going to talk you through it. We're going to be here for you every step of the way and help you learn how to make that big goal into smaller goals that are more bite-sized, a little bit easier to eat. All right? But you got to dream big. You got to think about, where would I like to be in a year? What would I like my life to look like in a year? What would I like to see different? Or, you know what would I like to see the same? Maybe you established a great routine in 2020 that you're like, I just really want to do this for another year because then I know it'll be really cemented in with who I am and what I do. That's all right. It could be a goal that you've already started accomplishing, but you really want to see it at a different point at the end of the year. Think big. Think something that would really make you proud of yourself for achieving it in a year. Now, I know some people are going to say, but I don't have time. I have kids, I have work, I have this, I have that. And I totally get it. But if we're not searching for our best selves, if we're not searching for our best lives, if we're not searching for what we want for ourselves, how do we help nourish those around us? I really encourage you to think of a goal, one goal that's just for you. Maybe it's getting to yoga twice a week. Maybe that's a goal for you. Maybe it's something else. It may be bigger, it may be smaller. Maybe it's reading 1 book a month that's just for you. There's all kinds of sizes and shapes of goals, but I want you to think about what it is that would make you really happy if you accomplished it a year from now, and realize that guarding your time to help make that happen is really important so that you have the energy and the stamina and all the things you need to nourish the people who are in your life. Now, once you've thought about it, we have to write that goal down. If we don't write it down, it makes it hard to remember what it was and if we're meeting it and what the steps were and all the things along the way. So I have a note in my phone. That's where my 2020 goals are. And what I've decided to do this year is I'm just going to add the 2021 goals on top of them. And I'm going to keep track for, I don't know how long, but I'm hoping for at least 10 years of what my goals were and what I accomplished, what I didn't accomplish, and then if I choose to move those goals on to the next year because they're still important to me and I want to accomplish them, or if I choose to let those goals go because they're not important to me anymore. All right, so you need to write it down. If you want to write it down longhand in a journal, you can do that. If you want to type a note to yourself on your computer, you can do that. If you want to stick it on your phone, whatever it is you want to do, but find a way to write it down so that you can be really clear on what it is that you want to accomplish in 2021. All right? That's it for today. That wasn't too hard, right? And you have a whole nother week to think about it. So you can think about what you want your goal to be. And yes, you can come up with one more goal. That's okay. I usually like to have a work goal, a family goal, and a personal goal. So different things that I want to focus on for the next year, for 2021. So you can come up with 3 to 6 goals, but no more than 6. If we get more than 6 goals, it gets really hard to focus on. I don't usually recommend more than 3 unless the goals are kind of smaller goals. If they're kind of the big, far-reaching goals, I don't recommend more than 3, but hey, if you've never done this before, start with 1. Start with one that's really impactful to you personally that you would like to see accomplished in the next year. All right? And then write it down and bring it back with you, and next week we'll have another video. If you have any more questions or want any more details, we also have a blog post that's accompanying this that goes up on our website, Physical Therapy for Everybody, and it gives you a little bit more detail, maybe some inspiration if you're searching for your goal. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.